are
There we go.
you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Your hair is amazing, especially for doing it yourself.
Oh my goodness. That caught me off guard a little bit yesterday. I did not know that was happening till it was happening.
I'm sorry. I thought that anyway, I thought that the assistant had sent the email for the onboarding. So anyway, there was a little bit of miscommunication, I think.
Such is life.
Yeah, so I apologize, but
No worries.
that was fun. It was fun to see you yesterday. So where do you want to start today? Do you want to start with what you put on your intake form?
I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Got my little sticky note of stuff. So unless
Awesome.
I don't know how this works. If you,
This is your call, so you get to do with it what you want.
okay. I guess we'll just start at the top.
Hey, sounds good.
Okay, so with my goal card, it just had said in the modules to like run it by you and
Yes.
make sure it's not too wordy or that it has the right words, which I definitely want if I'm ingraining it in my thoughts. So I do fitness coaching with Beachbody. I partner with them and then plug people into their resources and help coach guide them through health and fitness. And I love it.
Awesome.
So with that, I'm definitely here for financial growth. Obviously, all areas could benefit, but my 6-month focus is really going to be financial and business growth.
Okay.
So with that, I put my goal card as June 27th, 2022. And it says, I am so happy and grateful now that I consistently make $5,000 a month through my Beachbody coaching business.
Okay.
So,
what do you currently make?
Currently, I mean, it's dependent every month. It's all commission based. So around $1,000, but it goes up and down.
Okay. So let me ask this. Are you willing to maybe say 3,000 a month and put the date out for April 1st?
Okay. Talk to me why.
So we want to create a sense of urgency, but not panic.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a baby step towards the 5,000. A lot of times when we're dealing with financial goals, we have you double it. So if you're making around 1,000, the double would be 2,000. But I feel like you're ready to stretch a little bit more.
Yes,
so that's why I said the 3,000.
Okay.
But then shortening the time. And we could even, I mean, if you want to shoot for March 1st and really put some pressure on, because it's only the beginning of January.
Okay.
Like that gives you those 2 months. And then, so we more than double your income in those 2 months. And then in March, we take it to the 5,000 by June.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like breaking it up that way.
Okay.
Grab a pen. So
do you like March 1st or April 1st better?
Can we do March 30th?
Yeah.
The pay period always goes by month. Well, let me see what the Thursday is. My pay periods are always Thursdays. So, and that is 31st of March. Okay. So March 31st. Okay.
And then, are you on Facebook a lot or not so much?
Social media is my platform and how I grow my business. So yes, probably more than anyone else.
Right. Well, I would encourage you to get in the Facebook group and just post your goal there to receive the love from the other ladies. Let Allison see it. I think that'll be beneficial for you.
Okay. I've been so like timid and just kind of getting a vibe and feel for how the group works, but I do need to just jump in before it gets weird,
what's bringing up the feelings of being timid? And
I don't know, every group kind of just has their own essence. I don't know the word. So kind of just getting to feel like, are they more like down to business? Is this more like a chit chatty kind of place? Is this feel goods or is this I'm not feeling good? Like just gauging what exactly the group even is, I guess.
Okay, so you're having maybe a little bit of fear of fitting in?
Maybe. That doesn't, like, I can see that, but it doesn't quite resonate.
Okay.
With what's happening. So I don't know what to call it. Maybe fear of like etiquette.
Okay.
That's what it is. Just the etiquette of like yesterday, I was like, oh, do I have my camera on? And then learn later, like, no, camera stays off. So just learning things.
Right, right. Well, nothing is wrong. So whatever you want to post is great. Besides, we try to keep it a high vibe. So we don't want we want you, if you're bumping up against something, we definitely want you in there saying, help, I need coaching. But we don't want, I guess, the 10-minute long story of why things can't work out.
Right. No, I totally feel that.
So definitely a high vibe, but nothing's really off limits.
Okay.
So, and you'll find the sisters there. It's this great little sisterhood of people who are, I loved when we were gone on vacation, people supported each other, and I came back and I was able to read all the comments and be, oh, I love it. I love that everybody came in and supported while we were gone, because it was hard not to get on for a week. Like it really was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's it was needed. But
sure.
It's a great sisterhood. So
okay. And I'm excited to feel that. Definitely feel alone. Just with the way it all started, the timing was just really awkward, I guess. I don't know. It was divinely led to be that day, but it just was a Friday morning. So then I wasn't in anything till the following Thursday. And then you guys closed on Friday for another week and a half. And that was torture.
Right.
That was really hard to navigate, that I had just invested that much money to be alone, to do what exactly I'd been doing all my, like this whole time. I've already been immersed in her podcasts and books and other things by myself. So just felt like I paid to do more of that by myself. And that put me in a pretty rough emotion for sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you felt that way, and that's how everything came together. But I also know that you did a great job just from the email that I was able to read when I got back into office, of bringing yourself back into a beautiful state.
For moments.
Hey, you know what? And it takes courage. It takes courage to bring yourself back into that beautiful state and focus on this was the right timing versus what the heck did I just do? And so I appreciate you being vulnerable about that. And just know we are here to hold your hand 100% of the time. And we want to hike this mountain with you. And, if you have 100 questions a day, post 100 times a day. It's totally okay. Or I don't know if you prefer messenger or email.
Do you have a preference?
I don't care either way. I check both of them. Messenger pops up more because I'm always on Facebook. So that one's more of an immediate response.
Okay. I'm more of a messenger person too.
Okay, perfect. So, but messenger all the time. I might not be able to get to you right at the moment you message, but I definitely get to that multiple times a day, where emails sometimes 1 or 2 times a day.
Okay.
But message with anything.
Okay. And I definitely want to navigate how that looks like and feels like to have a coach.
Right.
Definitely hit a bad spot where I just couldn't find the beautiful again. And thankfully, Breezy's a close friend. And so I was able to talk to her as a friend, and she was able to help me through some things. But I'm like, no, you're not my coach. Shelly's my coach. This is not the conversation I want to have. Not that I'm not willing to talk with her about it, but
right.
I want you to be that person for me. So
awesome. Yep. And I am more than willing to be that person. So okay. Yeah. And having a coach gets to look like how you want it to look. Do you know how you want it to look?
I have no idea. I've only ever done group. I've done mindset coaching before. The last year I worked with Brad Bizjack. He's a mindset strategist. Okay. But it was always group coaching. It was always everybody jumps on a big Zoom call. And then if you have a question or something that you put in the chat, he can, talk to you kind of thing, but it was never one-on-one kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the place. It's super safe. Nothing leaves here. Like nothing. I don't talk to my husband about anything. Um, if I feel like it's something that needs to be brought up with Allison, I will get your permission. Because I feel that that this is that sacred, safe space. And so if I do feel like there's something coming up, that we need Allison's input, or just so that Allison can send energetic connections or prayers or things like that, then I'll bring it up with her. But it's a very safe space right here. Um, I've talked anywhere from, marriage problems to children problems to business problems, nothing is really off the table. So
Okay, awesome. Next question. So in going through, and I've learned Beautiful and Suffering States before, and in going through it again, I'm trying to be more conscious minded as far as like when, that comes into play. But I'm finding that a lot more often I'm feeling that beautiful state in more of a masculine activity than a
okay.
feminine. So like my workouts, I love like intense, ridiculous workouts. I love those. Like that makes me feel like that beautiful kind of state. But it's a very masculine, heavy weights kind of thing. Like,
Right.
is that wrong? Is that something to work on? What is that?
No, what it is actually self-care for you. It's lighting you up and it's filling your cup. And it's okay that it's masculine. We get to spend 20% of our time in masculine energy. We want to start our days off in that feminine. So like meditation, your daily routine, that kind of thing, morning routine. And then end in the masculine. So if you can do your workout last
I do.
on those things, awesome. Awesome. It's totally okay that it lights you up and sets you on fire. I mean, that's beautiful. Nothing wrong with it at all. So you just don't want to, and in fact, like the light, fun energy that you're having with it is feminine. It's just a masculine activity.
Okay.
So you're kind of getting that masculine supporting the feminine coming into play right there.
Okay. I see that. Okay. Okay. So I was listening to the office hours, kind of just chopping through the office hours of that you guys did yesterday.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I don't know anybody's name. Somebody brought up thoughts, and I think it was you that was like, "That's good. You interrupted the thought pattern." Like,
Right.
whatever. Anyway, and so I was like, "Oh, that's something to ask." So I'm really pretty decent at interrupting the thought pattern.
Good.
As far as like, oh, hang on, like that's not really what's happening. And I'm good at noticing it, but then I still don't hold my tongue. Like if I'm annoyed at something, I'm like, okay, like he wasn't trying to, hurt your feelings, whatever. It was just, the way it came across because he was, in a hurry for here. And I'm like, okay, I recognize that. I see that, but you still hurt my feelings. Like I still like blurt it out. So how do I help that come out more eloquently so I can still express my needs and where I'm at,
Right.
but not carry the like yuck with it,
Right. So I think a huge part here is creating that stop pattern and maybe taking a big deep breath, like, and regrounding yourself before you say the next thing that's coming. And that the whole, I kind of stomp my feet sometimes when I need to like really, okay, because sometimes I used to put a rubber band around my wrist, but it would like give me hives. So I've had to find other things to do. But like, if I'm like, okay, I got to stop something, but the stop's not working, I need something more physical, I stomp my 2 feet down onto the ground and kind of, and then I think to myself, okay, how do I want to say this? And creating that time for you to process how you want it to come out. And it's not always going to come out pretty. Unfortunately, we're humans. It's not always going to come out pretty, but that's where we get to, step in and be like, I apologize. I'm really sorry that it came across this way.
Okay.
But just by that simple regrounding and taking that extra 20 seconds even is going to help you say it without that immediate spite or whatever that might come out with the words. If that is helpful. Do you find that helpful?
Yes. And I know I've got a friend that she'd mentioned, and it just pinged in my head that she was saying like she will like squeeze her arm or like ball her hand or something just so that she can like physically release something, like have a physical like reaction of it. And it's the same thing as like stomping the feet. So yeah, that's okay.
Yep, that stomping the feet just kind of like it kicks you out of something. Okay. So yeah.
Okay. Yep. I love that.
Awesome.
Okay, and then one more question.
Go, keep asking away. Fire them off.
So do you know any of like the Dressing Your Truth, Carol Tuttle
stuff? I know a little bit of it. Okay. I have her book and I need to read it. I read her Child Whisperer one.
Oh, cool.
So I'm familiar.
Way fun. So my husband is very much type 1, bubbly, like social. He will chat with everyone and it's just, he's funny. Anyway, really silly, really playful, right? Everything's fun. Right. And I'm very much a type 3, which is like determined, bold, fiery, get to work kind of a thing. Right. So I'm very much the masculine energy as far as type 3. And he's like bubbly type 1, which is more of the feminine. And I'm realizing that now, like I said, I've worked with this mindset strategist for the whole year and I had a lot of growth, a lot of aha moments, a lot of new things to implement. But as soon as I realized masculine and feminine, it was like, what? Yeah, that does sound terrible to like hustle, grind, 10x everything you do. Like, it just lit this whole light bulb that I didn't even know was a thing. And so now that I'm going into these modules and beginning with this, I'm like, I don't know how to do this with like who we are though, because I just am naturally, he's definitely manly. Like I'm not a small, less hairy man. I'm a woman and I'm feminine.
Right.
But my protective nature and the way that I carry a conversation and the way I walk in a room and command the attention where he's like silly and flowy and is like chatting it up. Like we're just more masculine, feminine swapped. How do we unswap but still be true? I don't know what I'm asking. Is anything coming up?
I'm seeing if my handout's right here. I think as you step into your feminine more,
which I'm feeling that, like I was telling Breezy, I'm like, I feel the urge to like have a whole new wardrobe. And she's like, yeah,
awesome.
But of course, my husband is not taking this course. And so if I'm going more feminine, then how do I make sure he's encouraged to,
Naturally, that comes.
Okay.
Because that masculine, it's innate in him because he is a male. Right. So naturally, it's going to come in. And as you step into your feminine and out of the masculine, he's going to feel safe to step into that masculine and support you.
Okay.
Right now, it's not necessarily a safe space because you're ruling it. You've got it covered.
Yeah.
And so he just stays where he's comfortable and he doesn't feel like he's going to step on toes and things like that. So naturally, it's amazing. I'm sure even Breezy's probably told you with Tim, like it's amazing how once you start stepping into it, how they just, my husband doesn't take any courses whatsoever. And I'll be like, whoa, you just did all the dishes for me. Like, that was awesome. Or, oh, you cooked dinner because I was working late. Or, just things. And he just does it. And I can tell when I've been in more masculine because I'll walk up the stairs and my husband will be on his phone. Versus
he's always on his phone.
Right. So it's really interesting how when I'm in my feminine and really focusing on that masculine is just naturally there. And it works with my sons too. So
I'm excited to see that come out.
But yes, practice, it takes practice. I'm actually a type 3 also.
I totally can peg that. Oh yeah.
I'm like, I get it. And it's hard. I've spent my life in that energy.
Are you a
And
3-2?
I am a 3-2. Uh-huh.
Okay.
So is that what you are?
I'm a 3-4.
3-4.
So I'm
Okay.
fiery and bold.
Yeah.
But I'm fun too.
You are fun.
So question with that, just a little deeper, we're military. And so there's plenty of times that he's gone for weeks and months. And I really have to be both. So I'm
Right.
a little worried that I'm going to do all this work to be the feminine supported by masculine. And then we're waiting to find out he might even be going in like a week and a half.
Oh,
It's part of the job.
bless your
But like,
heart. I
so I guess
know.
I'm worried to more embrace the feminine when really I will be both in the home for however long, you know?
Mhm.
How do
And-
I work with
And
that?
this is cool because the masculine in you gets to support the feminine in you.
Okay.
So you still get to show up and be, and then the doing's going to come too, because I mean, and we all have to, we don't get to be in fairyland where it's all airy, fairy, fun, light, and pretty. You know, there is that doing that comes in. And so your masculinity is going to come in and support your femininity, and you're going to stand in your power and in your queen. Has Breezy talked to you about that? Okay, so
Kind of, not really.
we talk about different archetypes, and you know, the queen is where we want to be, where we're standing in our power, we're standing up for ourselves, we're not in martyrdom, we're not in victimhood, we're not self-sabotaging. I can tag you in the document that brings it all up.
Okay.
But I mean, you think of a queen and you think of what she's doing, right? Like, she's commanding people that are her assistants to help her out. And so that's what you'll do while your husband's gone. Do you have kids?
Yeah, we've got 3 kids.
Okay, awesome. So I don't know how old they are. How old's your oldest?
He is 10 today. Today's his
Awesome. Well,
birthday.
tell him happy birthday. 10's a good number.
Yes.
So that's fun. Well, so he gets to be in his masculinity and come in and support you while you're stepping into that femininity and that queendom. You're going to say, hey, you know, I need you to do this. And to your other children, I need you, you know, whatever they're capable of.
Yeah.
And they'll assist you. And then I don't know if you have family close or close friends.
Yeah.
Friends, awesome. Then you pull on them and you say, hey, you know what? I really need a night out. Like, can your teenage daughter watch my kids while we go out to lunch? Or, you know, something like that. Really asking for what you need. Because that's not weak. That is stepping into your femininity and your queen.
Okay.
So
I love that.
yeah.
Love that. And if you would tag me in that post.
Yes, I will. In
would be
fact, I
great.
can do it right now.
Ooh, and then on that, I know yesterday in the onboarding call, Breezy had mentioned terms and agreements or something.
Yes.
Will you send that to me or tell me where to find it?
Yes, it should have been sent by Megan, but
I don't know if I have anything from Megan. Let me check my email.
I wonder if it's going somewhere funny or something.
I don't have anything from Allison from a Megan.
Do you have anything from client care?
Let me check. Would it be one word?
Yes.
Client care. Just the receipt from when I purchased on the 17th. That's all.
Interesting. Okay.
So I must be off the loop somewhere.
I wonder if they have your because Megan's like, I've emailed her a few times.
Oh no.
And that would be why you wouldn't have gotten the onboarding
thing
too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check
Okay.
emails and make
Okay.
sure that Megan has the same email I have, because
Okay.
you are getting my emails, right?
Yes, I've gotten all of yours, and I've gotten
Okay.
some from Breezy with like the replay of when we did our onboarding.
Okay.
Check my spam, but it didn't come up in my search.
Okay. Awesome. We'll just double check.
Yeah, the only thing is just the receipt from client care.
Okay.
So,
That is weird. You won't be the first person the email has,
Technology is great.
isn't it? It's a great idea. But if they have one little typo or something like that,
For
I know
sure.
that happened with another client. She had 3 L's and I thought it was 2 L's. And so she wasn't getting any of my emails and it was
Yes.
awful. I felt horrible. So, okay. We still have a little bit of time since we hopped on late. What else?
That was really everything I had. Things coming to mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything, I don't know,
Tell me-
anything from you, I guess.
Tell me really quick. You have 3 kids. So you have a 10-year-old boy.
And yep. And then my girls are 6 and 8. So 6, 8, 10.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
Fun ages. I've got 2 girls. I've got a 5, almost 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. And then I have a 10-year-old girl too.
Oh, deal. I love it.
Yeah. So I do have a funny question for you.
Okay.
It's actually really funny how it worked out. So I went the other day to sign up for Beachbody On Demand. And I didn't do it because in the end it said something about body, but I had
Okay.
unchecked the box. Like I didn't want it because I knew I would forget to cancel it, right?
Right.
But then when I went to check out, it still said it was including it. So I was going to call customer care, but my old coach that I signed up with years ago is no longer. So, and then Breezy was like, well, Stephanie does Beachbody. And I was like, well, I might as well give her my business.
I would love that.
Versus like, I'm like, does that cross boundaries? I'm like, I don't know if that's a thing. I said, I'm like, I might as well do somebody I know versus some stranger in outer space that inherited me. Because
Yeah.
so how would I go about
would love
doing
that.
that?
Did you already purchase then or not yet?
I have not. Mm-mm.
Okay. So if you just send me your email, are you wanting it with like Shakeology or the Performance Stack or the Glow?
No, I was just going to unfortunately do just on demand. Shakeology and Ask Me, we're not friends.
Have you tried the pre and post workout though?
I have not.
Fantastic. It's
I have not.
fantastic.
Okay.
So it
I might
just
have to try that.
Energize. It's just like, I don't do caffeine, like soda, anything. I just don't do caffeine. And so I was really worried. I'd seen people with pre-workout be like twitchy and jittery.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, no thanks. It's not like that at all. It's clean ingredients. And so it just gives you that like, yeah, I feel like I can move right now. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I should probably go work out now. It just gives you that like, that nudge, that internal nudge. It's
Right.
very gentle, but very prominent,
Uh-huh.
very feminine.
Right.
And then the post-workout is just, you would drink it right after your workout or within 30 minutes afterwards. And it just helps your muscles recover. So you're not so sore later.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll look into those, but I just need to send you my email.
Mhm.
Okay. I will do that. So,
Deal.
awesome. Like I said, I would rather somebody I know.
Well, and that helps me work towards my goal cards.
Yes,
We're
it
on
does.
the same wavelength.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
So we meet just once a month anytime that I sign up in the month kind of
Yep.
thing. So, okay, calendar month wise.
Yes, calendar month wise. So, but available Facebook Messenger anytime.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. It was good to
Alright.
get to know you a little bit.
Oh, you too. Thank you so much, Shelly.
Awesome. We'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.